if you're thinking of getting a budgie. This guide will prepare you for everything that matters before you bring one home. Budgies are tiny parrots full of energy, personality, and intelligence, but they are not low-maintenance pets. They have long lifespans, social needs, and require daily care and attention. Let's go through all the key things you should know before deciding. Budgies, also known as budgerigars, are native to Australia. They're highly social birds that live in large flocks, constantly communicating and flying. In captivity, they rely on you for stimulation, safety, and care. A healthy budgie can live 10 to 12 years, sometimes more, so this is a long-term commitment. They are intelligent and playful, able to learn whistles, tricks, and even speech, especially males. But intelligence also means boredom if neglected. Without enough stimulation, a budgie can pluck feathers, bite, or scream. They're tiny, but they have big needs. Owning a budgie means providing safety, flight opportunity, enrichment, and consistent interaction. They're great companions when cared for properly, but they can suffer silently when their needs are ignored. Let's start with the basics of housing and setup. Cage size and environment are critical. Budgies need space to fly and move, not just sit on a perch all day. The minimum cage size for one budgie is 46 by 46 by 46 centimeters, but bigger is always better. Horizontal flying space matters more than height. For two budgies, aim for at least 76 centimeters long. Bar spacing should be no more than 1 centimeter to prevent escapes or injury. Choose a sturdy cage with safe, non-toxic coating. Avoid round cages. Budgies prefer corners to feel secure. Inside the cage, variety is key. Provide several perches with different textures and diameters. Natural wood, rope, or mineral perches are great. Avoid using all plastic or sandpaper perches. They cause foot sores. Place perches at different heights, but never directly above food or water bowls. Add toys, swings, ladders, and foraging items. Rotate toys weekly so your budgie stays curious. Avoid anything with loose threads or small parts that could be swallowed. Don't use mirrors or nest boxes. They can trigger hormonal or territorial behavior. Keep the cage in a bright room with natural light but away from drafts, kitchens, and smoke. Budgies are sensitive to fumes from non-stick cookware, candles, and aerosols. Keep them safe by avoiding all scented products nearby. At night, they need around 10 to 12 hours of quiet sleep, so partially covering the cage helps them rest. Cleanliness keeps your budgie healthy. Line the cage bottom with plain paper and change it daily. Wash food and water bowls every day with warm water. And deep clean the cage weekly using a bird-safe cleaner or diluted vinegar. Rinse everything well and dry fully before putting your bird back in. Next is diet, the single most misunderstood part of budgie care. A seed-only diet leads to obesity, liver disease, and vitamin deficiencies. Think of seeds as fast food, tasty but not healthy in the long run. Budgies need a balanced diet of pellets, vegetables, and some fruit. Pellets should make up 60 to 70% of their diet. High quality and formulated for small parrots. Offer fresh vegetables daily: broccoli, kale, carrots, spinach, peppers, peas, and herbs like parsley or basil. Fruits can be occasional treats: apple, berries, melon, but remove all pits and seeds. Seeds can be used as training treats or small portions a few times a week. Transition slowly if your budgie currently eats only seeds. Sudden changes can make them starve from unfamiliarity. Avoid avocado, chocolate, caffeine, alcohol, onions, garlic, salty snacks, and anything processed. Fresh water must always be available, changed at least once daily. Some budgies love bathing, so a shallow dish of clean water can double as enrichment and hygiene. Budgies hide illness instinctively, so watch closely for subtle changes. A healthy budgie is alert, vocal, preens often, and has smooth feathers and clean droppings. Warning signs include fluffed up posture, sitting on the cage floor, tail bobbing while breathing, loss of appetite, discharge around the nose or eyes, and changes in droppings. If you notice any of these, see an avian vet immediately. Birds can decline fast, and early treatment is crucial. Routine annual vet checks help detect issues like mites, infections, and liver disease early. Always choose a vet experienced with birds, not just general pets. Common budgie illnesses include obesity, fatty liver disease, respiratory infections, and tumors. Females can also suffer from egg binding, a life-threatening emergency. Keep calcium sources available. A cuttlebone or mineral block helps with bone and egg health. Prevent illness by maintaining hygiene, avoiding smoke and fumes, and giving exercise and sunlight exposure. Budgies benefit from indirect natural sunlight or full-spectrum lighting, which supports vitamin D3 and calcium metabolism. Keep drafts away but ensure fresh air circulation. Never self-medicate or use human supplements. Budgie systems are delicate. Even safe human doses can be fatal. Always get professional guidance for any treatment or vitamin use. Budgies are flock animals. They crave social contact. If you're away most of the day, consider getting a pair so they don't feel lonely. But remember, pairs often bond more with each other than with you. A single budgie will form a stronger bond with its owner if given daily attention, play, and gentle taming. When bringing a new budgie home, give it time to settle. The first few days should be quiet, with the cage placed in a calm area. Talk softly, move slowly, and avoid reaching into the cage. Once the bird is eating and exploring normally, start taming. Begin by sitting near the cage and talking. When the budgie relaxes around you, offer millet through the bars. Gradually move your hand closer until it's comfortable eating near or from your hand. Next, teach it to step up on your finger inside the cage. Always reward calmly. Never chase or grab. Out-of-cage time is essential once trust builds. Budgies need free flight for muscle and mental health. Make the room safe. Close windows and doors. Turn off fans. Cover mirrors. Remove toxic plants and hide cables. Let your budgie fly at its own pace and return to the cage on its own. Gentle encouragement works better than force. Training and play build trust. Teach your budgie simple tricks like step up, recall, or flying to your hand. Use millet or praise as rewards. Keep sessions short and fun. 5 minutes a few times a day works best. Enrichment prevents boredom. Offer shreddable toys, paper rolls, wooden blocks, bells, or foraging puzzles. Change them regularly. Even a paper ball with seeds hidden inside keeps a budgie busy for hours. Some enjoy whistling games or learning tunes. Interaction is as important as food. Boredom leads to behavior issues. Aggression, biting, or screaming usually comes from fear, hormones, or frustration. Avoid punishing, stay calm, and give space. If your budgie bites, remove your hand slowly and pause the session. Patience always wins. During hormonal periods, usually spring. Reduce nesting triggers, no dark hideouts, mirrors, or long daylight hours. Budgies need structure. Feed, clean, and play at roughly the same times daily. They notice patterns and feel safe with routine. Before bedtime, dim the lights and give them quiet. Consistency reduces stress and builds trust. Let's talk about real-life commitment and costs. A proper setup costs more than people expect. A quality cage, toys, purchase, and accessories can easily reach 150 to 250 pounds. Add ongoing costs for food, toys, and vet visits, roughly 20 to 40 pounds a month depending on your setup. Unexpected vet bills can exceed 100 pounds, so always have an emergency fund. Budgies live a decade or more, so this is a real commitment. They need time every single day, feeding, cleaning, and interaction. If your lifestyle doesn't allow that, reconsider or plan for 2 budgies that can keep each other company. Common mistakes include using candles or sprays around birds, feeding only seeds, ignoring signs of illness, or rushing bonding. Another big one is buying from pet shops without researching the source. Many sell stressed or sick birds. Look for reputable breeders or rescues who hand-raise budgies in healthy conditions. Budgies are small, but they depend on you completely. They deserve as much care and thought as a dog or cat. Maybe more, because they can't tell you when something's wrong. The joy of seeing them thrive and bond with you makes every effort worth it. Here's a quick checklist before getting a budgie. Can you dedicate at least an hour a day for care and bonding? Do you have a safe, bird-proof room for flight? Can you afford proper vet care if needed? Are you ready for a 10 to 12-year commitment? Do you understand safe diet, cage hygiene, and daily cleaning? Are you patient enough to earn trust slowly? If you answered yes, a budgie can be a wonderful part of your life. They bring music, playfulness, and personality to any home. They'll greet you every morning and fill the house with chatter and curiosity. But the happiness of that bird depends entirely on how prepared you are. Respect their intelligence, meet their needs, and they'll reward you with genuine affection. A well-cared-for budgie is confident, playful, and deeply bonded to its human. Give them freedom, safety, and love, and they'll give you friendship for years to come. Thank you for learning what to know before getting a budgie. If you found this useful, share it to help others give their birds a better life.